All right. Hello, everyone. This is Carlos, and it's another session here on Keller Williams Insider. And today's a special treat because if you don't know this book yet, see on my screen, it's the MREA. You're going to know and more about this. And I'd like to introduce our host for the day. It's no other than our lovely, awesome Crystal Kelsey. Hey, Crystal, how you doing?
Good. How are you doing today?
I'm living the dream, my friend. So tell us about what we're going to learn today.
Yeah, so we're going to be talking about the MREA book club. And I have some screens to share with you. For the first 30 minutes, we are going to be doing a summarization of pages 1 to 46. And then the last 30 minutes, we will be having a mastermind. So we're sort of just going to go into like looking at what we're actually doing in our businesses and like how we can make better use of our time and the systems that we have in place. So do you want me to share my screen now, Carlos, or?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, go ahead.
Excellent. All right. So I put together a little presentation here and I just wanted to, here we go. All right, let's see if I can't move this. There we go. All right. I've used this quote. It's not about what you've done, it's about what you're doing. And I just really wanted to bring this to your awareness. You know, we might have read the book and we've done it. We've read the book. Maybe we've put in the systems in place. But really, what are you doing with those systems? And are you actually following through on what you have put in place? I know reaching out to some people, they were like, oh, okay, well, I've read the book, I'm all set. But the thing is are you revisiting it? Because, if it's fine if you have put these systems in place, but like, are we actually taking action? So today we are going over the Millionaire Real Estate Agent. You know, it's not about the money, it's about being the best that you can be. And the book is written by Gary Keller with Dave Jenks and Gay Papasan. Who am I? I will go ahead and introduce myself. I've been here for 2 months now. I am the team lead alternate here at Keller Williams Advantage. I am a life empowerment coach. I focus on life and health coaching. And I also am the founder of my own podcast, The Empowering Mentor. I'm a life enthusiast. I love life. And I just really want to bring that energy to you guys because I believe that we all have inside of us the possibilities that are so unknown. And I just want to really have you come in here today with an open mind and really know that you do have so much more potential inside of yourself than you may be giving yourself credit for. So our agenda for today, we're going to be going over the summary of the first chapter, the 2 parts of the MREA, the basic yet effective models and systems, leads, listings, leverage, and then we're going to go ahead and mastermind afterwards and sort of just be able to collaborate and see what gaps might be missing in our systems that we have in place. Now, this is going to be an ongoing book club. So this week, this session, we are only going over the first chapter, and so we'll be going over that. All right, but to start us off, our mission here at Keller Williams is to have careers worth having, businesses worth owning, and lives worth living. And so the Millionaire Real Estate Agent is one of the ways that we hope to fulfill that mission. And it's the best-selling career guide of all time. We also like to think of the MREA as a blueprint for a great real estate career, and our MEA courses are the plans and specs for getting your business built. Excuse me. So who here has read the MREA? Harry, no, you have, okay. Anybody else? How many times have you read the book? Once, okay. Oh, 3 times, Carlos. Yay. Who gets the prize? Has anybody read it more than 3 times? No, maybe not. I've heard that like you're supposed to read the book 12 times to be able to get everything out of this book. And I've got to tell you, I have not read it 12 times yet, but I am on my way to doing so. I find that every time I pick up this book, I learn something new. Every time something new pops out to me. But in this book, there are two parts. So first of all is the mindset of becoming a millionaire and being purposeful in your business. So I find this to be so important with not only your business, but everything that you do in life. You have to have that mindset, and whether you're being purposeful in your business or not. And so the second part of the MREA is the systems and models. So exactly what are you going to have to do to actually make it happen? So if you think it, you can earn it. And if you can earn it, you can net it. And then you can build a business without having to work in it. So this first chapter really goes through about the models that we have in place. But to really get to more of, it's not even just the models, but it is also working the models. And, whether you think that these models are actually going to work for you. So have you started implementing any models in your business right now?
Also, feel free to unmute and just reply. This is considered as like an open forum. And of course, like you can mention, just raise your hand or open your microphone if you're not visible in camera, and share your thoughts. So, right, Kelsey? I mean, Crystal?
Absolutely. That's fine. That happens all the
I
time.
love your last name. I've always think Kelsey. Crystal. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, the thing is that like we really need to be able to put these models in place, but we have to do it according to the book before we use our own like creativity, because there's been so many people who have used these models before us, and we want to be able to take these facts that are in the book and use them to see if they are actually working in your business, and then go ahead and use your own tweaks and your creativity. Because like Gary Keller has said, you want to stand on the giants that have gone before you. Success leaves clues. And so really wanting to focus in on these systems and models is definitely key. So you want to be able to think big and aim high as well, because your limits are self-defined. If you think you can, or if you think you can't, you're right. When you have big goals, it pulls us beyond our potential, and they push us to live bigger than we would have imagined. And your business that you have is a direct reflection of yourself. So you are only going to be able to push past a certain limit if you think that you are able to do so. So your mindset is so important when it comes to succeeding in business and in life. So, how are you this is why I ask you to be open-minded and like really think about these questions. How are you taking your business and your life to the highest level possible?
Can I just say, I've attended a lot of KW sessions in the past, and sometimes if there's different reactions, right? Other people would say like, why would I follow a system? Like it doesn't match me, it doesn't work for me. They have most of the time, even in my coaching sessions in technology, a lot of people would say the contrary to what's recommended. But then if you think about it, the really, really performing teams, even like the very tenured ones, they always say, one, be open-minded and learn something new. Plus, try to do it first and be that person, and maybe you have something to say that would compare to what's on the recommended procedures. Because at the end of the day, like in our technology regional classes, what they tell me is like, if you plant apple, you get apples, and if you plant apples, don't expect oranges. And the great thing about the book is that the book just says everything, it's already there. It's just finding a way to coincide what you're doing with what's the book. Is that right?
Absolutely. 100%, Carlos. Very well said. It is so true. And the thing is that sometimes we feel like we take the systems and models and we want to put our own spin on them. But sometimes it's best if we follow the book first and then see what kind of progress that we are getting from those, and then do your tweaks and changes with it. Yes.
I was gonna say, the book is kind of, it's like the Bible. It's
Yes.
kind of proven that the content is there for everybody. This is tried and true and true. To do otherwise is less successful, and also it's a little bit reinventing the wheel.
Right.
You know, it's easier to take this book out and try to hit and miss and try and error with your own choice of what you're going to do. So the book is it's actually a simplified way to make money.
Right. It absolutely is a simplified way to make money. And that it absolutely is. Absolutely.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's the amazing Noel
It is
that
the
we heard,
amazing
but I
Noel.
can't. We can't hear him on Zoom though.
Oh,
So
we-
we didn't
okay.
we didn't get to
Oh, wait.
we didn't get the wise words of wisdom there from
Do
Mr.
you-
Noel Trumper.
Here, hold on a second. I've got you.
For the sake of us listening on Zoom, would you mind repeating that, sir?
No, how are you doing, buddy?
Well, we're awesome. Awesome.
Good to sort of see you. So, I was just saying that the book is a tried and true method of doing our business, making money and making a lot of money. It's all there for you. It's a cakewalk. And I was just saying that to try and reinvent the wheel makes no sense whatsoever. You can experiment, hit and miss. And while you're doing that, someone else will be following the book and making money. So it's sort of a sort of layman's guide to making money in this line of work, and to not utilize it is just ridiculous. And it's, that's what I say. That's what I say. But it's the book is, I resisted initially myself, thinking I knew everything, but I realized rather quickly I didn't know everything. And it's but the book is very comprehensive, yet it's very real as well at the same time, and there's more information here than you could ever develop on your own in a lifetime, basically, is what I think. So yeah, so it's a gift from the money god. It says, take this and go make money. And it's really is that, it's that simple. You don't need to complicate it. Our business, while being complex, is also pretty straightforward and simple. It's see, buy, sell, bank it. So, and the book shows you how to do this. So this is the product of many years of research too, from Gary Keller and his associates. So it's and if I'm as successful as Gary Keller one day, I'll be more than happy.
Well, guys, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't get knowledge from that, then you should be listening here, because I think Noel just wrapped up that whole session. I mean, not wrapped up, but I explained that whole what we're going to talk about really, really well. Right, Crystal?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Good to see you, Carl.
Absolutely. I couldn't have said it better. The legendary Noel.
So that's one of the legends listening in. So yeah, sorry, back to you, Crystal.
Absolutely. Yeah, thank you for that, Noel. And just like Gary Keller does say as well, if you follow big systems and big models, you can take your business as far as you want to take it. But we do have like these fundamental models that we go over in this first chapter. And these models are your leads, your listings, and your leverage as well to focus on. So we're going to go over firstly the leads. So everybody in the real estate business, they have actually two jobs. It's not just being a real estate agent where you're just selling houses. You need to have clients that you are selling houses to. So it's also not only your profession, but it is also your lead generation. And so with your leads, and I'm going to be repeating these questions throughout the next three things, because the reason is that sometimes we need to hear these questions over and over, and we need to be able to ask ourselves good questions so that we can really dig deep and make sure that we are doing the best of our capabilities. So really, what are you currently doing, to get your leads? Is a good question to ask yourself. And what we're going to be doing, just to save on time as well, because in 10 minutes we're going to be doing mastermind. But what I really would like you to do is really to think about these questions in your head. And then when we go through and do our mastermind, we're actually going to dig really deep and be able to talk amongst ourselves and be able to share your knowledge with other agents. You might be really good in the leads, or you might be really good with the listings or leverage, and you can share this with your other agents as well. So another question is to ask, do you have a system in place that has become a practice in your business? So when I say practice, it means what you do every single day. So it's not just, is it something that you have put in place, but is it also a practice where you're putting it into action, that every single day that you are lead generating, or whether you have a certain amount of days that you are working, and in this time period, are you putting into practice these practices into your business? The system that you have in place, is it bringing you results, the results that you want and the results that you need to maintain? The next question is, how can you add systems and, to gain even more results? And that goes into like fine tuning and really digging deep.
I can say these questions are great because you got to ask yourself, be honest with yourself in your business. Like, where am I really at? What system am I really doing? And it's going to be interesting later when we get to share.
Oh, it absolutely is. Yeah, I think that's the one thing too. We really need to be able to look inside ourselves and be honest. Are we actually doing what we need to be doing? So very, very good point. So for the second one is listings. So what listings do for you is that they give control of your time, control of your market, and control of your future as well. And what you say, well, there's listings and there's buyings, and they both bring in the same amount of money. However, with listings, you get so much more from listings. Like they say in the book, listings is the gift of the real estate gods. So, and the reason being, and I'll just kind of read a little excerpt from this as well. Oops, going back. Sorry, guys. All right. Oh, here we go. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm just going to read a little excerpt from the book, and it's so from the very start, by concentrating on listings first and foremost, you can potentially double or triple your gross income on the same amount of work. And if this isn't incentive enough, then consider how listings provide a lead generation platform through direct mail, your ads, signage, and open houses. So it is a fact that being in the listings business begets more business. So and with this, it gives you control of your time, your marketplace, and your future. So really, this is a great actualization, to really be paying attention to these listings and how you can make the best of them and take it to your advantage. So as I said, I'm repeating these questions again because it's so important to sit down and actually have a heart-to-heart with yourself and just ask yourself some big questions. What are you currently doing to get listings? Do you have a system in place that has become a practice in your business? Are you, sometimes we put practices into our business and we try them, and let's say we do it for a week, or we're doing it for 2 weeks, and we're doing it for 3 weeks, and we're not seeing the results that we want. But sometimes what we need to do is we need to continue doing these practices to figure out if they really are going to result in what you need and want, before just keep on trying new things. And, basically, what can you add to this system as well?
But listings is also like in a practical sense on the technology front is your database. So, we'll talk about it later. I'll give my insights. But
Oh, it's so
yeah.
true, Carlos. So true.
So do you have a database? Yeah, that's a question for later.
Right. It is exactly. Yeah. That's like the golden ticket right there. And what you do with that database as well. Are you going in and actually going through it? So third, to wrap up is the leverage, and leverage is so important because it's basically time versus money. So those who work the longest hours, they're not always the ones that make the most money. So, it's we get into this thing of like busy work, right? And where we think that we're busy and like, but we're not really putting the business in the busy work. We're doing what we want to be doing instead of what we need to be doing to actually make progress. So
The expression that is, don't work hard, work smart.
right, don't work hard, work smart. Exactly. Absolutely. And you know what? That is so funny because I actually have that underlined right here. Now I can see that you've done your reading. So you are like so hot on it. Okay. So, and like Noel says, that then we get to work smarter and begin to earn more at the same time. So leverage can be divided into people, systems, and tools. So it's basically who's going to do it, how will they do it, and what will they do it with? And there you go, Carlos. That's where we come in with the systems and the database and being able to really, really use that effectively.
And I've heard also a lot of people mention under, on the previous slide.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry.
When do you do the leverage? Like, when's the right time? When should I grow? Like, when should I ask for help, or should I keep on doing it myself because I'm trying to, make my funds work? So again, more later.
Absolutely. That brings a very good point. A very good point. And, that's which is really great for you to bring up, because in the following chapters, we will be going over, when is the good time to hire and who should you be hiring first. So we will be going over that as well. I believe next month we will be going over the second chapter to continue this this book club. So let's see. I did have some underlined here as well. So one way that this works, so if you're like most salespeople, then designing and implementing systems and tools may not be your strong suit. So the best way around this is to hire someone who is proficient and at details and systems. So you can basically go in and like, if you're finding that there's certain things that you're not as good at, then maybe it's a good to hire and leverage that work so that you could be doing something else that's going to bring you more productivity in your business. Yeah, I'm straight on tab. Okay, so here we go back to the questions again. Your leverage, what are you currently implementing for gained leverage, your systems, your tools, your people? Do you have a system in place that has become a practice in your business? Is that system bringing you results that you need and want? I like to put in that need and want because basically, we need a certain amount in our lives to live a certain standard. But is there more that you want? Have you gotten to a plateau of where like you're comfortable, but is there more room to evolve and grow even bigger in your business? It's very important to think about this, especially mindset wise, of like, where can I grow as a person so that my business can grow even bigger? And who will that affect? Who will that affect in your life? So what can you add to this system?
Yeah, and as far as timeline too, some people think like, okay, I'm planning like 3 years ahead, 5 years ahead. But honestly, the book covers like 10, 15, 20 years. And
Exactly.
I'm not just saying that. If you read the book thoroughly, it will give you a plan that gives you a systematic plan to run your business in real estate in the next decade. So that's why a lot of people love the book. And then,
Oh,
yeah, leverage from that.
absolutely. You cannot outgrow this book. And who in here wants to be a millionaire real estate agent? Anybody?
Natalie, saw your hand come up real strong. Angeli there. Well, I
Oh,
want to be one too.
hey, exactly. So, I mean, this is
JP's raising his
it's
hand.
possible. It's possible. We have the facts. We have people who have put these systems in place. And like Noel was saying, and they're doing it. They're living it. And when we see this and we're seeing other people do these things, that means that you can do it too. So just keep that in mind. And so as we go through this book, we're going to be going through the path to becoming a millionaire. And it goes through 4 stages. First of all, you need to think a million. So and that goes back to our mindset again. I'm going to be touching base on that throughout this book club as well. And then we're going to be learning how to earn $1 million and learning how, and then 3, learning how to net $1 million, and 4, receive $1 million. And as you can see by the diagram in the corner, you know, it goes as a pyramid. You know, first things first, it is a system and you just need to go through the system and then you can get the results. So do we have any questions or any ahas or any insights that you guys would like to actually like comment upon? Feel free to unmute, and we'd love to hear your comments and as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, come on, share on, guys. Open your mic. There's no right and wrong answer here. There's like, this is a safe place to be in. And this is for you. Like, so if you have thoughts, just share, okay? One at a time. No? Okay. I think they're just listening very intently.
I just wanted to briefly say,
Oh yeah, hold on a second. One moment. You get.
Oh, we're going to hear from the legend again, I think.
actually, I have to go in a minute and go and pursue making my million again. But I was going to say about the whole database thing. You know, the database, my experience tells me that it's not the everything. It's the only thing. If the only thing you ever did is build a great database, you don't have to worry the rest of your life. So I've always taken good care of my people mostly. And you know, you can't retain everybody on the planet, but you can certainly retain a large percentage of them. And the expression, it's easier to keep a client than to find a new one, is very true. So if you have your database, I mean, if you have a database, you don't need to be doing cold calling. You calling your friends all the time, basically, you know, because most of my friends are in the business and vice versa. So I think just anything you can do to promote your database is really well worthwhile. You know, home show tickets, tickets at the Blue Jays, drop off a bottle of wine occasionally, you name it. There are many things you can do to, I try to keep in touch with my people, join them for a coffee sometimes, or just a glass of wine. Even if you don't talk real estate, they see your face, your current. And if you don't see somebody every 2 or 3 weeks, then they forget about who you are. So it has to be a very regular thing you do. But that'll become your social life, which is great. You know, it'll seem like a job, but it'll be actually your passion and your fun, your enjoyment in life. So.
Thank you, Noel.
Absolutely agree. Like there's a saying, like if you're not doing your database and talking to people, communicating with people 80% of the time, then maybe you're not building your business the right way.
One thing I just wanted to share, can you hear me?
Yep.
Can you see me?
Jen! Whoa, Caleb experience.
One thing I just wanted to share and piggyback on was, Crystal, I think as you were saying is, or Carlos, maybe you were saying, we were talking about not outgrowing the book, because it's really applicable to any stage of your real estate career, whether you're a single agent, a partner with an admin or a team or a large team, et cetera. But one of my favorite things about the MREA is it's not just about becoming a millionaire agent, but I believe it's on the cover of the book. Like, it's not about being a millionaire, it's about being the best that you can be. So being the best you. So whether your goal is 50,000, 100,000, a million, 10 million, you know, there's a system and model for all of those stages, and whatever your goal is, there's a process for it and you can achieve it.
Absolutely. I totally agree with that. I love how there is at the end of this chapter, you know, it really says the true joy is in the journey. And I'm a firm believer of that, you know, with life and our business in general. Like, we need to find that joy in the journey, you know, and you know, like Keller's Gary says as well, you know, think big, act bold, and you will live a larger life. And it goes down to also thinking of your mindset, and you know, is that what are you on that road to living a larger life?
You know, love what you do.
That's right.
And that's an awesome being in the career that you're in,
Yeah,
especially if you apply the things on the book.
absolutely. Yeah, I think that is so important because we have a lot of real estate agents that come into the business, but I was surprised to find out that between 8 and 9 out of 10 of those real estate agents are only last in the business maybe 1 year. And I think that we need to really be able to look at the systems, what we're doing on a daily basis, and to also be able to enjoy the process of getting to where we want to go as well. So we are going to break out into our mastermind. Does anybody have any questions before we end for today? Like I said, we are going to be coming back. I believe it's June 8th to go over the second chapter, which is actually quite, I'm really excited to go over this because we're going to be going under myth understanding. So, and you know, between you and high achievement. And I think this is going to be a really brilliant chapter to go over to really get you in the right frame of mind to really be able to start your journey to achieve that millionaire real estate agent.
All right. So are we heading to breakout now?
Yes, we're heading to breakout. I did leave some questions with our team leads at the other
All
areas.
So the breakouts would be, oh, there's the timeline. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so it's just basically, we're gonna be talking about like our decision, you know, what's the one thing I'm going to implement in my business, or what do I really need to focus on? And I would really like everybody to really think about one action that they can take out of this session here today that they can implement or improve on to better your business. So we're basically asking the questions of like, what do you need to start doing? You know, what do you need to stop doing? And what do you need to do to continue doing? Will be some of the key questions to be talked about.
All right. So we're going to send the breakout request. I think support. Are we good to go?
Yeah, we're all good.
All right. So we'll see you on breakout.
Amazing. Thanks so much, Crystal. Appreciate it.
Hey,
And everyone out and the VA team.